Great. Okay, so my name is Greg Byrne. I'm a DPS business partner for Ireland. In old money, that's head of digital construction. I've been with BAM about 10 years. BAM is a large group. We're about a £6 billion business. We are part of the Royal BAM group, so UK and Ireland and Netherlands are the two divisions. I'm sitting within the UK and Ireland, and I'm looking after the Irish business in particular. But we have great contact. A lot of information passes across the water, and we have some great teams over there that we can assist with things. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about me and my journey within BAM. Like this kind of stuff, you'll recognize yourselves. You'll see the steps that businesses have taken, getting through to the point where we're doing digital. I think, as Brendan said, we're all doing digital, and we recognize that. But there's more to that, and how do we take it to the next level? So I think the first speaker from Walls kind of alluded to it. It's about people, it's about development. So I'll talk a little bit about that later. So our BIM journey up to now. So high quality visualizations. It was the first thing as an architectural technologist I found value in. Going outside the office to a third party to use Max seems ridiculous. Then the coordination side of it you get from that was so important around construction buildings. So as a technologist, you want things to work, get to site, things fit together, there isn't any issues. Really important. So we talked a little about clash detection. This is still a core competency of a digital construction manager on site. You need to be able to do this, bring models together, ensure they're correct. Hopefully, as we saw from Jacobs, on site or off site, that they can be checked as well. So this isn't changing. We see loads of value in this, investing in the ACC platform, great automated clash detection as well. We're able to ensure that buildings are right first time. Let's see when they're not. Moving on to planning for the construction phase. So the model has moved through, there has been little waste in it. Why not use it for construction? We're doing that. A lot of people are doing this. We're planning, looking ahead, seeing where the cranes go, see our logistics plans, gaining value for the site, building on the previous model and the information there, lossless data. Really important that we're not, as BIM managers or BIM professionals, we're not holding this data. We're socializing the data, giving it to our construction professionals to use their capabilities, their years of experience around constructing buildings to foresee issues that we won't as digital professionals. So then moving on to ultra complex geometry. A lot of things, as we saw with the Geary building, wouldn't be possible with normal meta construction. You need to be able to foresee things. You need to be able to model things. They had this is Museum of the Future, extremely difficult building to build. A diagrid with a hole in the center, a torus shape, nearly impossible. Every single panel on this was uniquely made and fitted together with zero tolerance. You had to get it right. If there wasn't an element that's right, it was wrong. And it was as simple as that. So digital construction has evolved into that, all being all singing and dancing geometry that we can do anything with. Really important. But taking it back a minute to information management, this hasn't gone away either. Critical to what we do. ISO 9650 has solidified that, gives a common purpose across the globe, really. Really important. The naming convention. If we could all just do this well, it would make everyone's job that little bit easier. Moving data between states, having a good understanding of the organizational structure around ISO and how data moves, and to be supported by a standard there is really important. And also where we have BSI kite mark, really important that we can self-deliver this and someone else independently verify it. So really important that the data is managed on projects, and that is something that we like to think about. Models and shiny things, simple things are really important, especially to the construction professional on site. So where do we go? Then we moved to information management on site. And this takes, a lot of different views. So we'll talk a bit about laser scanning in a minute, but around the actual capture of forms, sheets, issues, images is really important. We have to be able to go on site, do the proper checks. As we saw today, looks really, really good to be able to look at that area in a structured way and capture that. We've invested in Autodesk for the last nearly, I think, 10 years. We've had EBAs ongoing. We see it as a platform that can really bring the data together. It isn't just a visualizer. It's bringing the raw data together that you can benefit and leverage in so many different ways from so many different products. Also bringing in partner products to it. So we see that as a center of the world, but it's really important, going back to the information management, that there's no one CDE, there's no one cloud. It's an ecosystem of clouds that need to be connected. So we understand that. We build integrations between these systems. So if a client prefers a particular system, we can make that connection. Really important that we're flexible and we can do that. So no one solution will fit all, but it's really important that we do this. From all that capture, you get so much more rich data, and we can look at that in a second. So the next element is point cloud. So we've done all the basic stuff. We've captured stuff in the field, we've modeled it, we've clash detected it, but inevitably things go wrong. Things are never perfect. So to have point clouds available to review is critical, or when you've built something, to know exactly how it was fitted, so you can bring the next element in and fit it together perfectly. We are lucky to, in the UK and Ireland and the UK, we have Site Solutions that provides point cloud scans. We have a dedicated team within Ireland to support all our projects. So they can come, set up on site, scan, deliver that back to the team. And it's usually to solve a problem. It's usually a project manager given a call to say, look, we've got an issue with a fit here. Could we have a look at that, see why it happened? But it is to ensure that things are done right, to be able to verify that information and deliver it back to the client as a strong as-built. Really important bit of kit. And this has gone through the years. So we first used the P40, highly accurate, a little bit slow and clunky and expensive. BLK came out, drop it on site, scan really quickly, and create a lot of data. And then the Leica RTC 360, halfway house, really good piece of kit. To have these as a backup to what we do is really important, because it's a key element of construction. So this is building, and building. So we've got a lot of different data sets coming through. And then what starts to happen is people start to think, engineers on site foreman say, well, what could you do? Could you do this? It isn't us saying, you know what, you should do points cloud scans, you should do this. Foreman saying, well, I wonder, could we use a drone and look down and overlay the pores? So we've broken up the models into pores. Could you overlay that? Really interesting to see the logistics models that we bring together, the laser scans that we bring together, the horse edges bring together, and then the data from our on-site capture informing where elements are being built. And it gives the project teams a lot more visibility on where we are. They don't have to constantly go out on site and come back. They've got a good representation, and they can foresee issues really easily. So that took a step down. Site capture. So this is the vast project in the Antarctic. You go there for a season. You don't come out of there until the season's finished. There's a runway built and a runway gets snowed over. Really amazing project, really key to the sustainability of the planet. The research that's going on there is amazing. But when things go there, it have to be right. So everything that spoke before is critical in the planning to get the elements on the boat, get it down, especially the individuals as well. Such a remote location, even to get them off the base is really hard. So when you need a second opinion, how do you do that? You send a picture, you don't get the context. 360 imagery we found is really useful on all sites, because when you're looking at the problem, the answer why that problem happened is probably behind you. This has been so informative for BAM over the last 5 or 6 years. To give that, it's not just for ourselves, not for the PM, it's for health and safety, it's for planning, it's for program, it's for client, it's for everyone. It's really important that we can show what's happening and it not be disputed. So where do we go from there? Well, we touched on AI a little bit earlier, and it's something that we're definitely looking at. I believe Apple are speaking about open space and a deal. Open space, open GPT, yeah, open AI. Yeah. Really interesting what's going to happen there, how that ties in. We're seeing little bits of AI in different systems, and that's only going to grow, but it's something that is definitely going to change the profession in years to come. This is open space. We're looking at the walls there. There's a walk being done with the camera. It's looked at the walls, recognized it's a wall, and recognized that it's either completed top and bottom plasterboard, it's been taped, finished, etc. And you get a very consistent graph. I found that it's very accurate. It's these kind of little bits of add-ons to the existing products. It's where we see the benefit of AI starting off. But it's definitely something that we're going to look into in the future. So data-driven management. So all this comes to a point where you're going to a project manager sitting down and you're trying to prove something, you're trying to look at something, you're trying to reason something. It's really important that the elements on the left are done. So the breakdown structure of the information is critical on every project. How we talk about a project is critical for the PM. So a PM might want to talk about the whole building, or if there's a big building, parts of the building. But a package manager might want to talk about a complete area or a package just to do with sanitary ware. You need to be able to break that data down really easily. Or as the project cycles through its phases, can we talk about the site? Then we start to talk about the frame. Then we start to talk about the fit out or the facade, how that broken down. And that also goes into elements. So we shouldn't just think about the building as its elements. Everything within the building has a structure, how we're going to build that, put it in place and finish it. So we should think about the elements, how we name the elements, how that's broken down. And then that information comes through on ACC, on the dashboard, bringing in those partner cards, leveraging all that information that's sitting either in the models or in forms, sheets, etc. And it's tailored to that person, how they want to see it. Likewise, Power BI greatly use this a lot for tailoring those reports to the PM, the package manager, etc. They want to see what they want. There's a lot of data in the models, a lot of data on site. You don't need to see all the data. You need to see what's relevant to you at that point in time. And we found it very useful from that point of view. And then going on, sustainability is a big thing for BAM. Facilities management. We have an FM company in Ireland. We're heavily looking into digital twinning. Some really interesting things happening there. I think there's a quote, 80% of the buildings built in 2050 are already built. So buildings we build today are going to make a very little difference. How we manage the existing building stock is absolutely critical. And if we can retrofit and upgrade those buildings and manage them better, you can reduce the energy costs and reduce carbon. So really important thing for BAM, we're looking at that. So that's gone to a point. So, what are we doing wrong? We're doing everything. We're doing scanning, we're doing AI, we're doing facility management, we're looking at all these things. And we have a government mandate to do better. So it's not just ourselves saying we need to do this for be a better construction professional on site. It's not our clients saying it. The government are now saying it as well. We have the industry has moved. We're no longer 10 years ago where we were struggling to reason, struggling to sell this. So BAM was a great slide from our Dutch colleagues. Digital's in our DNA. It's everything we do, every site we have. we scan, we model. That's where we want to be. It's great, great visual for all our construction professionals. So where do we go from here? Well, we've recognised that in the UK and Ireland, we've joined together over the last couple of years, gone through a transformation process, and we've formed Digital Project Solutions. So this is really important. We've recognised that we need to change. This isn't just about technology anymore. It's about supplying the business with better capability. And we have the government mandate. Digital is built into contracts now. We're looking at digital as a differentiator. And the global industry, as talked about AI, has changed, it's moved. So we want to be that trusted partner for our clients in that digital space. So how do you make a digital professional? And this is maybe a little bit of a parody. I admit myself. I was an architect and technologist. I had the problems on site. I couldn't see why I'd redraw things in 2D constantly. Really used to hurt me. So this is how you make it the hard way. And we'll talk about how we're doing it now in BAM. So take a architectural technologist, civil engineer, survey graduate of any flavour. Leave them to prove. Put them in a dark office for a couple of years. Let them frustrate. Give them some on-site headaches to figure out. Socialise them at BIM events just to make them a little bit jealous of what other people are doing. Let them dabble a little bit in modelling, kind of give them a taste, and stir in a course and then wait. So, and then wait another 2 years to get that BIM experience and all the other frustrations that come with that, the challenges. Then provide some unrealistic deadlines that just can't be achieved and you're struggling to do it. Then rise to the challenge of level 2 BIM, or scrap that, relearn it, go to ISO 1950, and maybe add in an audit. And finally, I like sprinkling Kobe, just to confuse the matter a little bit further. So it's a really ad hoc way of developing yourself, and that's not really what we want to do. And it's happened because of the necessity of just where we are as an industry. We haven't been able to say, yeah, BIM is the way forward, put our hat on it, and every sector. And that's just a little bit, so it's disappointing maybe over the last 10 years, but this has come full circle. I definitely feel in the last couple of years, there's definitely a buy-in from the entire industry. You see subcontractors doing it, you can see clients wanting it. We're definitely all moving to this, and hope that's all enough, but that isn't enough. So a bit of a shout out to Alan and CitA. I was looking at this, frustrated in about 2009, 2010. The construction informatics course was available and CitA were running it. Really a course ahead of its time, because what's happened over the last 10 years, we've looked at BIM and modeling, and that isn't really where we need to be. It is around information management, and informatics was that course that encompassed the wider section of things. But the likes of DABSA, SkillNet, HDA, and all the colleges play that really important part in bringing the entire industry up. And this event is really important. We need to be able to socialize, have a chat about these things, find the problems in our ways, and come to a better understanding. So where is BAM? So we have looked at this. We've done everything with digital, the technology we believe we have in place, but we need to develop the people further. So as we talked about, that professional that was kind of born out of bouncing around necessity and need needs to have strong competencies and capabilities in being able to deliver everything we talked about. And I won't go through all the competencies, but you can imagine what they are. The core is digital engineering and information management. That's not going to change, but we're more widely rounded. We need to know about health and safety. We need to be aware of the contracts. We need to be able to do data analytics. We need to be innovative. We need to be able to train and support our staff on site where they can't. So where there was maybe the vision that the BIM department may go after years and just become a tool that people use.
Yeah.
That's not the case. We still need to be there, support, be the experts leading the field, and really bringing the best out of our engineers, architects, designers, quantity surveyors, project managers on site. They don't have the time to be able to do this all the time. So that little bit of support and training is absolutely critical. We've looked at our roles, and based on our roles, we've assigned the capabilities and companies should have. Then we were able to develop our development plans for each one of these individuals, so they have a way forward to develop and grow. And it isn't just a finger in the air, I think I should do a course. I don't know really what I'm trying to achieve from here, but this is a strong framework. And I believe that the next step in BIM isn't around technology necessarily, it's around people. And I think Wall's kind of alluded to that earlier. It's really, really important. So that's it. I'd leave it at that. It's the people that are going to change the industry, not the technology.
Yeah.